Hey, what's up guys? RadQ here, back with another Yu-Gi-Oh video. Third time today, so hope you enjoy it. I kinda had a free day today, so I've been putting out a lot of videos. Go check out my amazing Tier 0 deck that you technically can't even play. It's a Dragon Roller deck with 4 cards in it. But yeah, go look at that. Pretty cool since it has 4 cards in it. But today we're going to be doing heroes. Now, this is a very unique deck because it consists of 3 separate archetypes. Well, 4 if you count the single evil hero card I have in here. We have vision heroes, we have elemental heroes, we have destiny heroes, and we have evil heroes. So again, 4 archetypes crammed into one deck, but it all follows the same in terms of the hero name, which allows you to take advantage of some crazy combos. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the deck. Starting things off, I didn't organize it very well, but 3 copies of Vision Hero Ferris. This card single-handedly made Heroes competitive for a while, and it's just pretty good. You can discard one other hero card, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normally special summoned, you can place one Vision Hero monster from your deck except Ferris in your spell and trap card zone as a continuous trap. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from your extra deck for the rest of the turn except for heroes. So your whole deck is heroes except for 1 card, which I'll talk about later. And then if your whole deck is heroes, you don't really have to worry about that. Plus, it's a free special summon, which means you can use it effectively with cards like Mask Change. Then I play 3 copies of Stratos, probably one of the best cards in the deck. Like, I'd say it's even better than Ferris. Basically, it's a free search from the deck. Add 1 hero from your deck to your hand, and realize it doesn't say elemental hero, so you can search any of your cards. You could search your Adusted Gold, your Increase, your Shadow Mist, any of them. You can basically search all monsters before this point right here. Then I play 3 copies of Solid Soldier. Usually it's 2 and 2 for Solid and Liquid, but I prefer 2 Solid Soldier because I'd rather draw Solid Soldier early game and draw 1 Liquid Soldier later game. Even though you do want to see Liquid a lot more, you have so many ways of searching it out that it doesn't really matter. Then I play 2 copies of Destiny Hero Malicious, probably the best Destiny Hero card, and it's limited to 2, so, or semi-limited, sorry. Basically you can banish it from the graveyard to special summon another copy from the deck. And the reason this is so good is because 1, you can use it for link plays, 2, you can use it for fusion plays, and realize it says it doesn't need to be sent to the graveyard, which means that you can use fusion spells. You can do almost anything to get it into the graveyard. You could use cards like Fusion Destiny to get it into the grave, and then you can trigger its effect to summon out another one to go into link plays. 1 copy of Liquid Soldier. I was debating whether to play 1 or 2 copies. This card's pretty expensive, but this is a full power version. So it's kind of cool. It's Liquid Soldier can summon from the graveyard. Solid Soldier can summon from the hand, which they're both pretty good, but I think Solid Soldier is better, and it's a lot cheaper, like 50 cents to $50 for the difference. Then I play 2 copies of Vion. This can help search your poly. I only play 1 copy of poly, so being able to search it is pretty good. Plus, you have other fusion spells that can really help your plays. Then I play 2 copies of Increase. This is the card you use Ferris's effects with to put it in your spell and trap card zone, and then it has effects to special summon it or tribute to summon, which is pretty good. Then I play 2 copies of Shadow Mist. This helps search your mask change. This deck is all about searching. Like, I've shown this to many people, and it's to me, the best deck for a beginner to pick up, the most competitive deck for a beginner to pick up. The extra deck is a bit complicated because you're going to need to think about certain things, but this deck is just about searching and triggering effects from the hand. You're really not going to do a ton more than that in the main deck, which means that you can do so much with it. One copy of Dynatag because I wanted to play one more target for Fusion Destiny, so I wouldn't have to use both my copies of Malicious. So now I can use Dynatag and one Malicious, and then I could, since it says Fusion Summon from your extra deck that lists it, using monsters from your deck, but destroy it during the end phase. That means you send the things to the graveyard, which means you can summon the one copy of Dystopia that I put in here that you can use for just a single destruction. Plus, you can use Malicious's effect to banish from the graveyard once you're done with it. And you could even use it for link plays after the damage step. Then I play one copy of Adusted Gold to just be there, because I do play the one copy of Malicious Bane. Beware, Adusted Gold is about $100, so it's very, very expensive, but it's still a good card. Not exactly required for the deck. You could play a bigger Destiny Hero engine to compensate for it, but I think the Malicious Bane combo is still pretty good. One copy of Honest Neos. This is the Elemental Hero hand trap. You can target quick effect. You can discard this card, then target one hero monster on the field. Gain is 2,500 attack. Very powerful effect. You can use it on like Dark Law. Plus, it's a quick effect, so during your opponent's turn, you can trigger it so that your monster would be safe if it would be destroyed by battle. And with most of your monsters being at already like 1,500, it's gonna be at a good 4,000 attack, which can really help compensate for your plays. 2 copy of Effect Veiler and 2 copies of Ash. I was gonna play 3 copies of Veiler, but I just didn't really feel like it. I feel like just Veiler isn't as good anymore. And Ash is okay, but I just wanted to play something generic that I could actually use in this deck. This deck does search a lot, and it is a going first or going second deck, because it has cards that can do both. You can do either one, and this is a more of these are more of going second cards. So just keep that in mind. You can have them, but you could cut them out for more draw spells or combo cards. I decided not to play a ton of draw spells other than TTT because it's kind of a risk. I didn't want to play Desires because you have too many singles in this deck to actually be willing to play Desires. And then I didn't want to play Avarice because it might gunk up your deck. Even though you do have a ton of fusion spells, you don't have enough. Then I play 3 copies of E-Emergency Call. This can search your Stratos, which can search any of your other monsters. Or if you already have a Solid Soldier in your hand, you can search your Stratos, or vice versa. Then you get a free special summon on top of a search. Then I play 3 copies of Mask Change, just because this is a great card. Goes into your Dark Law, your Acid, and your Dian. 3 copies of Triple Tactics Talent. If your opponent has activated a monster effect during your main phase, activate one of these effects, draw 2 cards, take control of one of your opponent's monsters till the end phase, look at your opponent's hand, and then shuffle into the deck. I don't think people are understanding how good this is. Like, Kali effect, he's saying that this card isn't good, but he's ignoring the fact that it's amazing. Seriously. Like, everybody's going on about Forbidden Droplet this, Forbidden Droplet that, but this card is where it's really at. You can snipe a card. If you have all 3 of them, you can pop them all, or you can't pop them all 3 down, but you can still use them to draw a ton of cards each turn that you want to use it. Then I played 2 copies of Fusion Destiny. I played 2 copies because I didn't want to draw into my Dynatag, so I wanted to up the consistency of the deck by playing 2 Fusion Destiny. I do only have one copy of a Destiny Hero Fusion in the deck, or in the extra deck, so that means I can't. The other one is gonna be a dead draw, but you can still make use with like discards and stuff. So not to fret, it shouldn't be too bad. 1 copy of Poly, searchable with Vion, so I only played one. 1 copy of Dark Calling, this is to help with your adjusted gold play. 1 copy of Miracle Fusion, because it's searchable with Sunrise. You could play 2 copies of Miracle Fusion, which means you would have to up some of the cards in your extra deck, but it's not really needed. And then finally, rounding off the deck, 1 copy of Reinforcements of the Army, just to search any card from your deck. Like, not any card, but you could search like your Stratos, which can search any card in your deck, or like a Vion to help get your plays started. Okay, that's it for the main deck. Pretty solid main deck. Great searchers, great draw spell. Not much of a risk in terms of bricking. Even though you might brick with drawing too many monsters, even then your monsters all search stuff, so it doesn't really matter. For the extra deck, 2 copies of Dark Law, best card in the extra deck. Basically, you can snipe cards out of your opponent's hand if they activate, or if they add cards from their deck to their hand, and you can make it a one-sided macrocosmo, and your opponent has to banish all their cards instead of sending them to the graveyard, which is really important. Dark Law Turbo is probably the best engine in this entire deck. 2 copies of Sunrise, because it can give your monsters attack and it can search your Miracle Fusion, which is really good. 1 copy of Acid, just because you can destroy a ton of spells and trap cards, and you can make your opponent's monsters lose attack by doing it, which Acid is really just a setup to go into Absolute Zero, which we'll get to in a sec. 1 copy of Deanne, must be special summon with mask change, and then when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, special summon a level 4 or lower hero monster from your deck. So this can definitely help you get into your Stratos, or like this can help search your Shadow Mist, which can add a mask change to your hand, which means you can activate it to summon out another Dark Law in the middle of your battle phase, which is crazy. 1 copy of Grand Merge, because you can summon out the next card, which is Nebula Neos. So, must be special summoned by shuffling the cards into your extra deck. You don't need to worry about that because Grand Merge ignores its summoning conditions. If this card is special summoned from the extra deck, draw cards equal to the number of cards your opponent currently controls. Then negate the effects of one face-up card on the field until the end of the turn. Once per turn during the end phase, shuffle it into the deck. So basically, you can use this card to you have to tribute Grand Merge, but you could draw up to 10 cards, 11 cards, depending on how many your opponent has, which means you can draw into like half your deck, which is so good. Like, it's amazing combo right there. Plus it has a single negation on it, so you can stop some of their like stronger monsters from using their effects. 1 copy of Absolute Zero, because this is a Raigeki that that can just do stuff. It's a one-sided dark hole. It's on a 2500 body, and all in all, it's just a pretty good card. Plus, you can use it to use your Liquid Soldier to go into your place, or you could just summon Acid and then use Liquid Soldier to or then you could just use a fusion spell to go into it. 1 copy of Dystopia for the Destiny hero play. 1 copy of Malicious Bane because of a Dusted Gold, which can search your Dark Calling. Then for the Link monsters, 1 Infernal Devicer. one Wonder Driver, one Cross Crusader, and I played Zubaba General just because I wanted to. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'd suggest subbing out Zubaba General for Isolde. I was just gonna put generic monsters for um warriors. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'd say it's pretty solid. Got quite a few disruptions. Extra deck very solid. You can switch out Nebula Neos for anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know what you thought, and let me know if there's anything you'd change about this deck. And I will see you in the next Yu-Gi-Oh video. Peace, guys.